When did beauty stop being natural and it became engineered? It's the vessel that you are in, right? So you have to take care of it and you have to be very careful with it, right? So when these influencers come on here and tell us that they had a Brazilian butt lift because they felt that it was good for them, is it really something they're choosing personally, or is it because society has conditioned us to think that only such a body type is acceptable? This is called pink tax. It's one of the biggest thriving markets in the entire world. The beauty industry, oh baby, it's thriving, and it's only thriving because of us women. We are very insecure. But we are not insecure inherently. It's algorithms that are training us to be insecure. So what do we do about it? Hello guys, I hope you're all doing fine. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Woman Enough, a podcast where girls get to learn, unlearn, grow, and become the best versions of themselves. I am your host, Zarila, and today's episode is kind of unsettling. I hope you can also approach this episode with an open mind. The episode title is BBLs, Marketing, and Society. There's something called pink. Is it pink tax? It's that the cumulative market that is, market that is formed by women, and products that are only meant to be consumed by women. This includes makeup, surgeries, cosmetic surgeries, and procedures. And that is what I want us to discuss today. Our number one point of discussion is, when did BBLs, or when did surgery in general become engineered, or when did beauty stop being natural and it became engineered? So BBLs precisely just became famous in 2010 with the rise of influencer culture. So in 2010, influencers started rising, kina Kylie Jenner, kina Kim K. And in this era, BBLs came to be famous or popular. Before then, BBLs existed. BBLs actually started existing in the 1960s in Brazil. That is why it's called a Brazilian butt lift, because the first procedure was first conducted in Brazil by a Brazilian surgeon. Can't remember his name. For all those decades, BBLs, or Brazilian butt lift, remained a niche surgery, one that was only affordable and accessible by rich people, by the rich European women. But with the rise of influencer culture in 2010, this all changed, because now influencers started accessing these surgeries, and in turn, they started marketing them to the bigger masses. And at this point in time in 2026, BBLs have become extremely accessible and they have become extremely cheap. Anybody can afford a BBL right now. And with this, I want us to talk about this evolution and how marketing actually has a very high percentage, or a very high role to play in beauty standards and how women see themselves across the globe. Okay, so what you're going to ask yourself is cosmetic surgery really a choice? Because I know an influencer atachukua camera na atatuambia, I actually chose to do this. This is for me. I am doing this because it makes me feel confident. It makes me feel more like myself. Yes, but is it really a choice? Is that decision really personal desire, or is it social conditioning? Because let's go back to 2000s, like in the 2000s and 1990s era. What was the beauty standard then? It was skinny bodies. Skinny bodies were the beauty standards. Everybody wanted to be skinny back then, even those people who were thick. But then, with the rise of influencer culture again in 2010, beauty standards started to shift, and now people want fuller butt, fuller hips, tiny waist, fuller boobies, right? Um, so this is a shift that happened multiculturally. It's not like mtu mwenye alikuwa anataka, so there's somebody who has lived through those two eras, somebody who lived through the era of when only skinny people were casted in movies, only skinny people could be models, only skinny people could make it in TVs for adverts. But right now, it's very different. The women that we see mostly on Instagram, we see on TV, the women who have this ideal type of shape where they have big butt, big hips, tiny waist, big boobs, right? So I want you to know that these bodies exist naturally, okay? There are people who have these bodies because the BBL was inspired by real bodies, right? So there are people who are born naturally looking like this, but most of us are not, right? Most of us are born with different bodies, with different diversified bodies. And the fact that marketing has taught us to believe that only one of these body types is real and only one of these body types matters is what we are trying to deconstruct. Because at the end of the day, all this diversity is important. We need, like, your body the way it is built to function that way. Because again, like, you and your body, you're two different entities, and you will know this when you get sick. Ukigonjeka, then your body shows you that it's actually in control. Na wewe hakuna kitu na control at all. Like, I always like for us, because first it's the vessel that you are in, right? So you have to take care of it and you have to be very careful with it, right? So when these influencers come on here and tell us that they had a Brazilian butt lift because they felt that it was good for them, is it really something they're choosing personally, or is it because society has conditioned us to think that only such a body type is acceptable? This takes me to point number 2. And the question that you're also supposed to be asking yourself before you consider doing something like that. Who benefits financially from insecurity? Every now and then, women have something new to be insecure about. Recently, nilisikia we have to be insecure about strawberry legs. It's like when your legs have like spots, like black spots, and they are visible. Sasa zinaitwa strawberry legs, and you have to be insecure about that too. Something like shaving. Women didn't have to shave their legs and shave their hands all the time until Gillette, which is a company that makes shaving razors, sold this idea over and over again on the internet until it became a norm that every woman has to shave their legs and their hands. And most of these beauty standards, somebody is benefiting financially from it. BBLs, surgeons, and these medical pharmaceutical companies, they are benefiting every single day financially. They are making millions from our insecurities. And it's this loop where they create an insecurity, they sell it to us via the media and online, we buy it, we become insecure, they sell us a product to fix the insecurity. It's a loop that they create so that they can benefit. So if you choose to get caught up, because acha nikwambie, in the next few years, I am pretty sure, in the next 2 or 3 decades, beauty standards will have shifted. There will be a new body that will be idealized. Because again, saisi nimekwambia BBL imekuwa accessible, and it always happens that when something becomes very accessible, it loses its value. And when it loses its value, the people who are making it stop benefiting from it as much. So they have to make something new, right? So BBLs zimekuwa so accessible. The same thing with the Instagram face. I was ranting about it the other day. Like when you open Instagram, there is this face that is the only face that like kila mtu anafanana. it's a similar face. Like there's no originality, there's no diversity. Like people are not doing makeup the way they want to anymore. As in, people have this one specific look that is very boring and tiresome to look at. Like there's nothing eye-catching anymore. There's no striking beauty anymore. People are beautiful for sure, but there's nothing striking about it anymore because we don't have the difference in features. People get the same rhinoplasty for the nose and then they have the same nose. Everybody has the same nose. People get these surgeries for their chin lifting. Then now they all look the same. So like in the next few years, that will not be the ideal because ideal cannot be what everybody has, right? So in the next few years, there will be new surgeries, there will be new things, there will be a new body to idealize. So if you happen to be alive by then and sasa sai you feel like a BBL will fix your problems, what will fix the problems that BBL will create now? Because then it will be a problem. Then question number 3. Why did BBLs rise in 2010 specifically? I have explained this very much. It only rose because of Instagram and influencer culture, right? So when we have celebrities, people idolize celebrities, and then brands pay these celebrities to sell stuff to you. So an influencer ataenda apewe brand deal. They will be given a brand deal by a surgeon. Come, let me do your surgery, and then you have to advertise on your page. Right? And that's they will come here and convince you how good it is, how safe it is, but is it really? Is it really? Then this takes me to point number 5, right? The algorithm effect, right? So are we being programmed to desire certain bodies? As I said, yes. Ukiingia Instagram, you will see the same face, the same body. People have actually started to forget that watu hawakai hivo in real life. It's not normal that you walk out and you see a perfectly symmetrical body everywhere. No, that's not normal. That's not how it is out here. Watu hawakai hivyo hapa nje. We have different bodies. Like we are so unique as women and everybody has that unique aspect to them that I really wish we could learn to appreciate rather than trying to change and morph ourselves to become these ideal version, because I am telling you ideals change, because at the end of the day it's not about you. This is not supposed to make you secure. Again, as I said, a company will sell you an insecurity. It will influence, it will pay a lot of money to the media to sell you this insecurity, and then you're going to buy the insecurity, and then they will sell you a product to fix the insecurity that they sold to you. Right? And they will never run out of insecurities to sell to you. That's the point. So hakuna siku you will look at yourself in the mirror and call yourself a 10. If for you to be a 10, you have to be a social media 10. Right? Like the thing is, we all are unique and we all are like we are all so different, right? So I feel like trying to look the same or trying to look like this ideal type of person is really counter-effective, to be honest, because unajua very well that the bar will always move further, especially for women, because as I said, this is called pink tax. It's one of the biggest thriving markets in the entire world. The beauty industry, oh baby, it's thriving, and it's only thriving because of us women. We are very insecure. But we are not insecure inherently. It's algorithms that are training us to be insecure. So what do we do about it? Like, liberate yourself. Wewe jieke kando na algorithm yako. Yes, you're going to see a lot of bodies on Instagram that look perfect, but remember that is Instagram. Okay, but in real life, those are not bodies that are being born every single day. That's the point, right? Then we have cosmetic surgery and social mobility. When we are having these discussions about cosmetic surgeries and everything, it is so easy for somebody to assume, like as a woman, our looks are very important, right? That's for sure. Like our looks, they are very important. I don't know, maybe even for guys, but as a girlie, the way you look really matters, because having that desirable body can open doors financially, it can open doors emotionally, it can open doors romantically, it can open doors socially. And also, somebody will sell you this procedure and they will tell you that, yes, now, because now you have this body, you will be able to attract people, you will be able to attract opportunities, you will be able, but there is just much that your body can do for you. Like, it can only do as much, you know. At some point you'll have to use your head, you'll have to use your brain. It's not like your body will get you places. It can get you somewhere, but only as far, you know. So whether you have the ideal body or not, that should not stop you from chasing your dreams or doing what you want, because at the end of the day, the body can only get you as far. Remember, it can only stop you as far, right? Then let's talk about empowerment versus conditioning. That is what I was talking about. An influencer atachukua kamera, atakwambia venye, I did it for myself, this is for me, but it's not. It's not. Did you actually wake up as an 8-year-old you and hate your waist? Did you actually wake up as an 8-year-old you and look at your butt and was like, no, this is not enough, I need more? No, it's because of constant conditioning, And how does conditioning happen? Through your ears and your eyes. What you look at and what you listen to a lot of times is what ends up conditioning your mind to think a certain way, right? So from seeing this body ikiwa idealized and celebrated often and over and over and over again, it's just normal for us to pick up this as what we need. Like, it's going to solve all our problems. But no, you have to differentiate between empowerment and social conditioning dressed up as empowerment. Then point number 10, and the last thing that I'm going to discuss, is risk versus reward, right? So BBL is a surgical procedure. It's not invasive though. Still, it's a surgical procedure. So most of the time, from my knowledge, you can either get a BBL from a liposuction. That means they get fat from your tummy area and they inject the fat into your glutes to make them huge or bigger. And this comes with a lot of risks because number one, you have umetoa hiyo fat kwa tumbo. That means your organs are going to rearrange over there. And nobody is going to care because remember, this surgery is not invasive. So whether your organs rearrange in a bad way, nobody will know. So you might just end up dying, alafu unashanga it's because labda your organs zili tangled ama zika rearrange na nobody knew. That is one. Two, if you have fat hapa kwa tumbo, be rest assured there is a reason as to why you have fat there. If it's something you can get rid of, go to the gym, eat healthy, exercise, work out, like take the healthy route. Because at the end of the day, surgery, like, okay, that is risk number one. Risk number two that you're most likely to develop is your vein, your vena cava. Unajua wanadunga hapo ndani fat. And they're not looking where they're dungaing the fat. So the fat inaweza enda ingie kwa your vein in the area that is leading directly to your vena cava. Now you have fat swimming through your blood in your vena cava. You know where your vena cava drains? Directly into your heart. So that means you're going to die just because you wanted an ideal body type. There are people who survive these surgeries, but these people, they do not talk about these side effects often, and the media will not push that to you because that will discourage you from buying the product that you're supposed to be buying. So you have to do your own research. You have to figure out that surgery, it's a very risky surgery. It's very risky. And I don't see any need or any day or any point in time that you should be willing to go under the knife just for, like, yani you are healthy, unaenda unapanda kwa surgical bed, a healthy person. Like, that even sounds so not psychotic, so psychopath to me. Like, you're not sick, as in, anyway, whatever. So let's appreciate ourselves for who we are and for how we look. Because at the end of the day, this is just a body that functions like your body is. When I say like appreciate your body, there are so many things that are going on in that body, and you have no idea. Like your heart is beating rhythmically, like there's a rhythm it's following. It's not just beating effortless or randomly. And if that rhythm goes off by even one beat, bro, you either get a heart attack and die, or you just die. Like just one beat, it misses and you're gone. And you don't actively tell your heart to breathe, or not to breathe, to beat all the time. Your heart knows when to beat. And the second thing, like your kidneys, they are constantly filtering your blood. That's why you get urine and your body does not have toxic things like hydrogen peroxide. Like your body, your liver, it's constantly breaking down toxins and all that, and you have no idea. Digestion, it's constantly happening in your body and you have no idea. You don't even have to be aware for it to happen. You see, so like your body is so much more than just what it appears or what it looks like, that I don't think it's worth it kuisumbua or kui alter over just what it looks like, because it does a lot more than that, you know. And if something goes wrong with those processes, that especially those that you're not aware of, bro, that is how you end up dying. So like, let's appreciate our bodies. Like I know centuries of programming and whatever, but let's appreciate them for what they are, you know. And they do so much for us, a lot more. Like walking, have you watched videos of people training robots how to walk? It's terrible. Those things can't walk for the life of them. And you ask yourself, like, how does your brain just control you walking without you even knowing? Like, you don't have to tell yourself left leg, right leg all the time. Your brain does that automatically. And you know how difficult of a process, like if you were to engineer a leg that actually works, it's very difficult, right? So let's appreciate our bodies for what they do, because they do really much more, okay? And also there's a psychological cost that comes with BBLs and these surgeries. There's something like body dysmorphia. Body dysmorphia is when you no longer like identify your body, not really identify as per se, but you no longer relate to it. You understand? Like if you lose a massive amount of weight or you gain a massive amount of weight at one time, you may end up experiencing body dysmorphia. Yes, you may end up hating your new body because it's so drastic. It's so different. Which I notice if you have like a kadhundo hapa kwa the lip, your body, like not your body, like you always have, personally me, I always feel so uncomfortable about it. It's like nasikianga ni kama ni kitu kubwa, well it's just a tiny pimple on my lip. Imagine that is a pimple that is capable of causing so much confusion in your own head. Ama ugongwe mahali and then you have a swelling, like you have so much difficulty coming into terms with that. Now imagine coming into terms with a whole new body, like you wake up and your body is different. And then there is also the probability of getting botched. Like mimi naonanga, like I have never personally seen a BBL that looks natural. They all look terrible. So there's a chance that yours is gonna look terrible. And when it does, utadu, you're going to suffer body dysmorphia. You're going to hate your body. It's going to take a mental toll on you, right? And this all can be avoided just by loving yourself for who you are. Regardless, you know, mi najua like, you can be the brightest shade of yellow, but somebody likes blue. Now, whether you shine the yellowest in the room, if somebody likes blue, they will not like you. So do not dim your yellow just because somebody else likes blue. No. Acha ende akatafute blue. You shine with your yellow the way it is, as it is. Yeah. If they want blue, let them go look for blue. If somebody wants the ideal body type, do not change yours just for them to feel comfortable. No, acha aende akatafute hiyo. You keep yours and be happy. So on today's segment of the illusion, we are going to talk about the rubber hand illusion. This is basically sort of an experiment where somebody gets attached with a rubber hand, like a hand that is made out of rubber, and then their real hand is hidden under the table. And then somebody strokes the fake hand, the fake rubber hand. And the most surprising thing or interesting thing is this person registers this rubber hand, like they can feel the person stroking the fake hand. So their brain is registering this foreign arm as theirs, as part of their own body, even if it really isn't. And what does this teach us is that your brain can adopt things that actually are not yours. So just like the brain can feel signals from a fake hand that does not exist, it's the same way your brain can possess and own fake claims or fake beliefs that are never yours to begin with. So it's good that we always get to check in with ourselves, pause, have a meeting, have a moment with ourselves every single time so that we can filter between what is actually mine and what is borrowed. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you guys in the next episode. Bye.